After I posted my last video, Steve wrote a comment on Facebook, and this is what he said. If you don't like church, simply don't go. If you don't like the Bible, don't read it. I think he's got a point here. What he's asking me is, why am I making all these videos, especially as they're obviously going to upset some people? And I actually think that in the British context, he's actually got a point. When you think about people who go to churches like the Church of England or the Catholic Church or the Baptist or Methodist, Presbyterians, those sorts of churches, then on the whole, they've got a fairly sophisticated understanding of the Bible. They see it as a devotional book. They're not looking at it as a science book. They're not expecting to get detailed historical analysis of 3,000 years ago. No, they are using it just to support them in their personal life. And I've got no argument with people like that. However, there are some new churches in Britain which are slightly more worrying. They're beginning to teach that every single word of the Bible is true. And I've shown you in the other videos that that isn't true. And they're beginning to say that the six-day creation is true, which is now worryingly anti-scientific. And that's feeding into a whole movement of people who are beginning to reject science. And science is the thing that's brought us the most progress and the most value in the last 400 or 500 years. In Britain, I think it's a small problem. But in America, it's a huge problem. And there are worrying things that are happening, like the denial of climate change and our responsibility for it. And of course, both in Britain and in America, then we've got a huge amount of homophobia, especially in America, increasing. And that's really distressing. I worked in Ghana about 40 years ago and was sort of adopted by a lovely family. I went back not that long ago to see them, and I was surprised at the change in the religious outlook of the country. They've had American missionaries there, and there's lots and lots of belief that every single word of the Bible is true. Increase in homophobia and in rejection of people who are not Christian. Really quite worrying things, and I know that some of the family that I am attached to, they are really dyed-in-the-wool fundamentalists, and that worries me. So I think there is some small value in me doing these videos. I can give information to people who want to talk to Christians like that about the Bible. And hopefully some fundamentalist Christians may get a slightly different view of the Bible if they look at my videos. So if you don't mind ever so much, I'd like to continue making them. Thanks.